Been anywhere nice on holiday lately? If you've been overseas, I expect you've had to deal with the dreaded jet lag, particularly if there's a huge time difference. And if you've got a baby, this can be particularly challenging. Now, I had a message from one of my clients today asking me, "Oh, Katie, how do we deal with jet lag in the quickest, most efficient way possible?" And I thoroughly enjoyed replying to that message, so I thought I'd do a video on it. Now, I've got a standard list of about 7 things, and the first one on the list, which is the same for children or adults, anyone, is to start the day at regular time in the morning. Now, even if you've been up during the night because your time zones are all mixed up in your mind, get up at the same time each morning. This is hands down the single best thing anyone can do to regulate their circadian rhythm. Number 2, expose yourself to as much broad spectrum daylight as you can, because this is the number 1 environmental signal that your brain is looking for when establishing that circadian rhythm. Here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that the motherboard of your body clock is housed right in the centre of your brain, just above where the 2 optic nerves from both eyes merge? So cool! Number 3, avoid blacking out your child's bedroom throughout the day. We don't want to confuse the already jet-lagged brain into thinking that daytime is nighttime, because remember, the brain is looking for that all-important UV to help recalibrate itself to an appropriate time of day. Number 4, if your little one on returning from holiday is suddenly having unusually long daytime naps, don't be afraid to wake them up. Wake them up by the time they would normally be awake for a daytime nap, rather than letting them sleep longer. Now, if they need to have power naps, little naps to help them get through to bedtime, that's perfectly fine. For anybody really suffering jet lags, power naps are the way to go, but avoid those big long sleeps that may confuse the brain. Number 5, make sure they're having normal daytime calories to ensure that temperature and metabolism are firing on all cylinders on the right side of the clock. Number 6, make sure to include lots of activity in your child's day, because again, activity is another signal that your brain's looking for when trying to recalibrate. And number 7, lastly, keep lights and phones and gadgetry off at night time. Again, the distinct phases of light and dark are what the brain is looking for when resetting its internal clock. So if you're at the mercy of your tiny time traveller's wonky body clock, please rest assured that jet lag usually resolves within about 5 to 7 days. So hang in there, you're doing great, but maybe save this post so that you can check in a week or so's time if you think things are taking longer than they should, and you just need to look back at the principles for establishing that solid, repeatable, regular body clock that's housed right in the centre of your brain, above those optic nerves. Oh my God, that is so cool. Unless it's just me that thinks it's cool.